Welcome, Patriots, to the Albert Plan YouTube channel. I'm Dan Albert, and I would like to ask my friends that supported Bernie Sanders for president if they realized that Bernie Sanders was robbed of the Democrat nomination for president in both 2016 and 2020. In 2016, Hillary Clinton was being trounced by Bernie in contest after contest. And with what they call the superdelegates already in Hillary's camp, and the fact that there were 7 tie-breaking decisions that decided which candidate got particular races, and whether it was a state or I think it was state by state, but there were 7 of them, and Hillary won 7 out of 7. Imagine that. Just think about how lucky Hillary Clinton was. To win 7 out of 7 is it's like the probability of winning 7 straight, 50-50 toss-ups, is 1 out of 128. So lucky Hillary managed to win 7 out of 7. Well, I don't believe that was just luck. I believe that was part of an effort to throw the election, the primary, over to Hillary instead of Bernie Sanders. And in 2020, Joe Biden is about the weakest candidate that the Democrats could have put forth in this election. Nancy Pelosi once commented that, I believe it was Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's district, AOC. I think that's the race where Nancy Pelosi said that a glass of water could win. And that's how the Democrats look at their ownership of certain victim groups, certain voter groups, certain districts. They own those districts. And shame on you to even suggest that anything could be, even a glass of water could win in those districts. So when it comes to, propping up Joe Biden, instead of Bernie Sanders, the establishment chose again to go with Biden. But what about the hard drive, Hunter Biden's hard drive that has recently come out, October 2020. There's a discovery or a revelation of this hard drive, and the FBI had possession of that same information, that same hard drive, in December of 2019. And if there were not a deep state, because I think that, I'm very concerned about the FBI at this point and the integrity that they have or don't have. So I'm very skeptical about a number of things that the FBI has done in recent years. So what I think happened is the deep state, FBI leadership, sat on that hard drive, because if it had become public like it just has become public, that information would have torpedoed Joe Biden's candidacy. There would not have been a Joe Biden for president. He wouldn't be the nominee. So who would have been the nominee? Most likely Bernie Sanders. So again, Bernie bros, those that supported Bernie Sanders, you lost out. I don't agree with Bernie Sanders on so many things, but I have to acknowledge that he's sincere and he's genuinely pretty authentic in his views. He's a diehard socialist. You have to give him credit for that. So Elizabeth Warren, I don't think would have had a chance. She would have been quite a piece of work as a candidate in lieu of Joe Biden. But I think that Bernie Sanders would have been the nominee. So here we go, folks. We've had, twice now Bernie Sanders has been robbed of the nomination by the Democrats. And the first time, I think he just made a deal, got whatever he got out of the deal, and went his way. And I don't know if this time we'll hear a peep out of him, but that's how election rigging happens, folks. And Democrats are masters of election rigging and election fraud. And it's not always at the ballot box. That's just one of the many ways that Democrats rig elections. You know, the superdelegates is one way. The entrenched establishment political class in both parties is very strong. And they are so close in terms of wanting bigger government, wanting control, and having tight reins over our liberties. So there's a problem with the way that the nominees have been selected, where the establishment in both parties, particularly the Democrat Party, Trump was not selected by the establishment, you know, the entrenched establishment political class. He was not their choice. The anti-establishment lane was filled by Donald Trump and Ted Cruz, and combined they got 2/3 of the vote. But on the Democrat side, the fix was in before the first vote was cast. So, and in the case of Biden, he is that glass of water that they're going to fill and flavor that water with whatever flavor they want to throw in the glass. The entrenched establishment political class, influenced by leftists, have forced Kamala Harris upon Biden as his running mate. And indeed, Democrats are being offered a BOGO, a buy one, get one free deal, where you'll get two presidents instead of one, because Biden's not going to make it through the first term. And with the Hunter Biden hard drive coming to light, he may not remain in office for the first year. And it's curious that the FBI sat on that hard drive and deprived the American people of knowing that information. And you have to wonder how much of our government is compromised by material such as what was included on that hard drive. And we need to clean house, folks. We need to rise up and take our country back and repudiate the entrenched establishment political class. We need to, first and foremost, restore election integrity so that we can have the opportunity to fix these problems. But that's the sad news that I have for Bernie supporters is you and your compatriots have been robbed again. And that's all you can expect from Democrats. They're not going to put up a candidate of your choice. It'll be of their choice. So think about that when you cast your ballot in 2020. You know, Donald Trump has flaws, and even though he has flaws, he has done a lot of great things for our country. And he's been maligned. He's fought the Republican establishment and won. He beat 16 other candidates. He's competed with he's fought off the entrenched, the deep state and the biased media and Hollywood and big tech, and, you know, give the guy some credit. You know, we need an outsider to help us fix the problems that we have in this country. So think about that when you cast your vote, and may God bless you. We may not agree on much, but we should agree on restoring election integrity. And we should agree that Bernie was robbed. And we should agree that our nation is being intentionally divided by those that would benefit from that division. So God bless you, and God bless America.